So today I'm gonna try something different, which is voiceover. Couple things to point out as I'm getting a couple of the cleaning supplies. I thought I had beat the sun, and so that's the reason I was like, let me try something different. I wanted to see if I was able to wash the car, take a little bit longer, take my time. Hence why when I was getting the stuff at the moment, I realized like, okay, it's really sunny, so I think I'm gonna skip the wheels for now, so that way there's not that many watermarks. Today smoking is gonna save lives. Shout out if you know where that's from. We're gonna do a voiceover on this video, so maybe minimal talking. So as you can tell, I like The Office, and so that was the shout out. If you guys haven't seen Fire Drill by The Office, even if you don't watch it, I suggest you go and you watch it because it's pretty damn hilarious. And if you guys don't excuse the sound of something cracking, just letting you know it's it might not be an adult drink. So so anyways, I kind of just wanted to discuss the fact that I got a lot of feedback from the last um, topic that I discussed regarding um, just different obstacles when it comes to maybe financial dependency and things like that. And I receive a lot of positive DMs from some buddies of saying like, hey, living a humble lifestyle has its rewards. And again, I'm not trying to come out as somebody who says that if you have fancy things that you're doing things wrong or whatever the case may be. No, everybody has the right to live their own life, but I was just kind of saying that for me, living within my means and kind of creating less bills and I guess just having a little bit more financial dependency seems to be working for me. Yes, I don't drive the exotic cars. Yes, I don't own a big business. I don't live in a mansion. Um, but I think that I'm constantly pushing myself, and eventually we're definitely trying to get to that place where we're able to do that. And maybe not to the extent of some other people that take bigger risks, but definitely gonna push myself to amount to be the best person I can be. And I think I've done that. I've stayed true to myself for the past 11 years since I graduated high school, with really not much sense of direction. And now I've been able to accomplish and travel and do 100 things that I didn't even imagine or even picture myself doing. And now I continue to grow. And it's all because of you guys. There goes Chubbs, always helping out. So the topic that I wanted to discuss as um, I'm getting some of the other stuff ready um, is fear. The fear of failing, the fear of, I guess, succeeding. Fear, I think, if I remember correctly, our bodies are programmed to fear, to sense fear, to protect ourselves. So kind of fight and run. Um, but what about when it comes to fear, to go ahead and take your goals and do certain things? How does that apply to you guys? How does that apply to me? I'll give you as a quick little example. You see my hair? I actually cut my hair by myself. A 20-minute haircut. Um, Aside from the fact that I'm trying to, kind of keep my distance for the safety of others and myself, I used to cut my hair all the time. And back then it was because I wanted to save money. Although I still pay $10 every 2 weeks, which is not much. I know some people pay like $20, and I can't picture myself paying that much. It was a way for me to kind of always push myself to do something that I can do myself. The same thing with like washing my car. Yes, it's not gonna come out perfectly, and you guys can tell by I mean, the camera won't pick it up as much, but when you see it in person, you see there's so many water spots. Yes, a wash is not gonna be the same as if you pay somebody, but I've always been. It may not be the best mentality, but I've been of that mentality that if you can do it yourself, then do it. Not just for the money aspect, although it is a huge part of it, I won't deny it, but for the learning aspect. I feel that there's a sense of there's a sense of accomplishment, not having fear and pushing yourself to do something, even if it's completely new. Yes, I've been where I've made things worse than when I first started, but otherwise, like, what's the point? Like, every single time something breaks or something, whatever, goes down the drain, you're just gonna go and give it to somebody else. Like, there's no sense of and I understand that not everybody is mechanically inclined, because I'm not mechanically inclined, but I've thanks to YouTube, thanks to YouTube, I've been able to explore some different mechanic things that I've been able to do. Um, and yeah, not every single time I'm 100% confident, but I put myself in it. That's part of the reason why I feel that we should all overcome our fears in different scenarios. Whether it is that promotion that somebody's been telling you, and you keep telling yourself, like, no, I don't know if I'm ready. Like, the truth of the matter is, you're never going to be ready. And when the opportunity arrives and you're not willing to take it, then you're constantly telling yourself that, and you're constantly kind of proving to yourself that you're never going to be ready. I'm of that belief that it's not always the person who's the most qualified gets the job or gets the opportunity. It's the person who's willing to say yes. It's the person who's willing to take that opportunity when others are afraid to. Um, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think when it comes to fear? I know that, like I said, I got a lot of feedback from the last post that I made in the Drive and Talk, and it was cool. I know there were some people that disagree, but none of them showed, like, nobody commented, and I actually, there was no thumbs down. I actually want not only a thumbs down, but I want somebody to counter the conversation that I'm having and say, no, I disagree. I think that sometimes you have to, X, Y, or Z. And so, yeah, there's advantage of taking it to somebody. If you don't know how to do something, there's advantage. You save time and you save money sometimes. But then there's also that opportunity when, like, I'll give you as an example. Um, Replacing my axle on Jackie. I remember the first time I was gonna replace the axle, I was so scared. I was like, oh man, what if I do it wrong? Blah blah blah. And I replaced the axle, and the funny thing is that I think it was part of the time that I used some old ass tranny oil that had been sitting for months, and this is a while back, and I replaced the axle. I think I tied the axle nut too much, or I don't remember what it was, but the tranny started slipping. I don't know if it was because of the axle or because it was the tranny oil. I think it was the tranny oil. And the reason why I say that is because I replaced the axle, and I kind of kicked myself in the head, like, damn, you should have taken it to somebody, blah, blah, blah. You did it wrong, now you messed up your transmission. Now, how this story relates is the fact that later on, the tranny was slipping, so I thought maybe I put in the axle wrong, or maybe the axle was malfunctioning. I ended up changing that axle like 2 different times. Um, and again, sorry to continue with the story, but as you can tell right here, the camera won't pick it up, but there's a lot of water spots, a lot, and so that's why I was kind of like trying to push to water the car, the rinse the car, that I even changed the camera angle on this one, because I was just like, oh shoot, I thought I was already had cleared the sun, but no, apparently no. I was still running behind on the sun part. And so anyway, so I replaced the axle like twice. Then I came to terms. It was my transmission. Then obviously I didn't change my transmission. See, it's one of those things where I didn't have the space and I didn't have the knowledge. At that time, I did say, hey, I'm gonna go and take it to somebody so they can replace the transmission. They replaced it. It was working. They used the same axle, so I knew it wasn't the axle. After that, I replaced my axle many times. So that time I learned. One, I learned how to change the axle. Two, know that I should be using OEM transmission fluid at all times, and so haven't had an issue ever since. The fear, I think fear slash courage, and even though they sound too different, I think it's the same thing. I'll give you an example. I don't have that perfect studio. I don't have the perfect camera. I'm even washing my wife's car, which it doesn't appeal to many of you. At least some of you come in and tune in for the Accord, right? You're like, oh, okay, it's Slam, and they got some nice wheels or whatever. With this, you're just washing a basic ass car. Why should I even tune in? So I do appreciate for those who have tuned in, who continue to listen, who, 10 minutes into the video are still listening. I know there's a few of you because you guys always reach out. You guys are super supportive. So I do appreciate you guys. And just to give you guys a little description of where I'm at right now. I'm outside my apartment. I'm outside my apartment. My microphone, my thing was like my $30, $40 microphone attached to my Mac. The reason why I'm outside is because, I don't have a quiet space per se at the moment. So you have to do what you have to do. Yeah, I don't have a studio. I don't have an own shop like other people. Not yet, but maybe that's eventually in the run. That's why if you guys hear like music bumping, that's what it is. If you guys listen to like some dogs walking around, that's what it is, because my neighbor's dogs are walking here. And picture this is 9 p.m. at night on a Friday night, and I'm here holding my laptop in my hands and talking to it. And a couple neighbors might pass by and they'll be like, what the hell is that guy doing? But that's because I'm not afraid of what people are going to think about me. I give two shits. And partly it's because I know the reward that I'm getting out of having conversation with you guys. It's been fun. To me, it's been fun when I see DMs from people that I've gotten to know personally, or people like that constantly DM me that they're from a different state and they're always just super supportive. Even more supportive than some of the people I know. I know that a lot of people that I've even interviewed, and even my own family, they don't watch my videos. Why? Because they don't want to do that. That doesn't appeal to them, and that's okay. I can't be thinking like just because it doesn't appeal to certain people, I'm gonna stop, or just because I don't have all the requirements and all the resources, I'm gonna stop. You know what I mean? And that's what I need to tell you guys. Like, don't be afraid of doing what you have to do. Take criticism. Take the positive and kind of continue, because if you let the first guy say, "Oh, this is trash," oh, you're wasting your time. And people can get very creative. Then yeah, you're gonna get discouraged. Why is it that for most of us, we oversee the 10 positive comments that somebody left, and then we get stuck on that one negative from some, human being that has nothing else going on in their life, that they chose to watch your stuff and still comment negatively? Why give them the power, and why give them the attention? It's like you just dismiss 20 positive comments from people that are here watching your, whatever you're trying to create, watching you wash a freaking Honda Accord with, by the way, not even the 2-bucket system, with an old ass blue rag, and just kind of hear you rumble. Why not appreciate them to the fullest? But no, we get stuck on the negative comment that Sally Pants 38 mentioned about the way you wash your car. It's because we're constantly afraid of what people are gonna say, and if we play that in our heads, then yeah, you're never gonna amount to anything. You're always gonna be thinking, well, Sally 38 Pants said that the way I wash my car is not the right way, or the fact that I'm doing it, I'm drying the car the wrong way, then I should stop. Well, what about the other 20 people that actually stuck around till the 14th minute, and they're like, nah, dude, keep doing you? What about them? So don't be afraid. Take chances. Take opportunities. That's the number one thing I can tell you guys. That's the only thing that we have going on, and that goes for work. That goes for maybe the girl that you like or the boy that you like. Hey, he or she might reject you. Then at least instead of staying quiet and not saying anything. You know what I mean? For work purposes, the same thing. If you're not ready for the promotion, somebody else will be. And guess what? Sometimes it's the dude or the girl who's not even the most qualified. It's just the one that said yes. And it's because kind of you were afraid to take the chance. So all I'm saying is you're never going to have all the best resources. You're never going to be perfect. That's just not in our nature. And just kind of want to say that you got to go and do something. It's okay. By the way, my haircut looks good from the side and from far away, but from the back is really bad. But yeah, I did it in 20 minutes, and I was in a rush afterwards. So I really thank you guys for the support. And on this shot, I left the camera specifically on the tire, so you guys can see how fast the tire shiner goes away. The tire is disgusting. I did not clean the wheels again. Like I said, now it's starting to get a little cloudy at this point. But when I first was washing the car, it was just bad. I think you can even see some close up on the car. There's some watermarks and things like that. So yeah, it's pretty bad. You know how it is with black paint. I actually talk about it in a little bit when I'm done with the voiceover. I speak to the camera and I say that it got detailed a long time ago, and it came out really good. That's why you can still kind of see the GoPro reflection, but it's definitely in need of another detail. But you know, now I'm sure I already said it by this point. I thought I was out of the loop. Now it's starting to be a little bit more of a not as hot. As you can tell, the tire is really dirty. We haven't washed this car in a long time, so I do plan eventually checking it up, taking out the wheels and cleaning it. I've done it in the past. I cleaned the whole entire wheel, the wheels from the back, and but it's been hot, so that's why I haven't done it. But yeah, the wheels are pretty disgusting, as you guys can tell. And I didn't wash them this time just because I really wanted to focus on the car. You guys can tell there's a whole bunch of dirt still. This car definitely needs a detailing, professional detailing, of course. Professional detailing many years back. It came out great. You could see every single scratch. So they did a hell of a job, but it's definitely due for another one. A lot of paint correction. Some areas really just need to be resprayed because some scratches here and there. Some done by keys, other by battle scars. But so anyways, thank you guys so much for the support. For those who are new to the channel, this is another thing that we do. Watch the car and talk. I'm sure I said it in the voiceover, but I am excited to get a couple new products, and hopefully I can start practicing on those. Not practicing, but start using, just to get some of the dirt, just to make the car look nicer. Yeah, I mean, disgusting as wheels. We'll get to them. Thank you guys so much, and let me know how you guys like this format.